everybody, it's Vervain. I know I only have a little bit of light left before the sun goes down, so I'm gonna try and do this video really quickly. I have opened the box, but I haven't opened the inner plastic yet, and this is my long-awaited Moonchild Tarot, and it's only because I love you guys so much that I've managed to hold off on actually opening the deck for this long, because I really wanted to share that moment with you guys. And I actually don't have a knife, so I'm gonna go get one of those. And my trusty mermaid knife is downstairs, so we're gonna go with my Victorinox. And this deck, the Moonchild Tarot, is created by the same person, Danielle Noel, who created the Starchild Tarot and the Akashic Starchild Tarot, etc. And I was never really drawn to those decks. Like, I was drawn to the artwork, and I remember thinking that the artwork was beautiful and looking into it and just not really vibing with the symbolism that I saw in the cards on social media. But the Moonchild Tarot, the first time that I saw it, I was immediately struck. At first I was like, wait, is this the Starchild Tarot? And then I was like, but I really like this. And I was like, is it just that I'm gonna be just like really like a few cards in the Starchild Tarot? Is that gonna make me want this deck that I like know I haven't really resonated with in the past? Or like, should I revisit it? And then I realized it was this whole new deck, the Moonchild Tarot, and that just like, I resonate a lot with star energy, especially because of my tea practice, and if you're familiar with the Star Tarot card and the pouring of water in Kung Fu Cha, there's some parallels there. But in my actual like spiritual practice, as far as like what energies I vibe with and relate to, it's much more moon for me than stars. Like, I feel like stars are much more on a sisterhood level, and moon for me is like much more personal spirituality. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I'm trying to talk really fast because I can already see that I'm losing light. So I'm not gonna do like, oh my god, this is just gorgeous. It looks so three-dimensional. It's like, it's just printed paper, guys, but it looks so dimensional. Oh, you just lose yourself in there. Wow. Oh, it's like a little altar. Like, I want to like set this up on an altar with some crystals in it and a card. Anyhow. Okay. Oh, and there's this beautiful book. Oh, it's even full color throughout. Wow. Okay. So we'll come back to the book later in a minute. And I'm not gonna do a full flip through of the cards. One, because I don't think we have time. And two, because, oh wow, okay, so it's like gold edges, but they're not like metallic foil edges, they're like metallic ink edges, so I think they'll last a lot longer, but they're not quite as shiny as some gold edges that I've seen, but they're really beautiful. I will show you the first few cards. I want to see, oh, that's a beautiful High Priestess. I want to get to Strength at least. The Empress, the Chariot, that's gorgeous. Okay, here's Strength. I do like this Strength. I'm gonna look for just a few more key cards to show you guys. The Hanged Man. And then we're gonna get into Temperance. Oh wait, we want to see Death though. Oh, Death is gorgeous. That's a gorgeous card. Okay, so I'll maybe just see a few more of these. Actually, really like the Devil card. Wow, I like a lot of these. I like every single one of these cards is just over the moon gorgeous. And we could spend the whole video Divine Wisdom. That looks like the same image that's in the box. And I guess that's, oh, so I guess there's some extra cards. That's right. They said it was like an 81 card deck or something. Okay, so Judgment, the Universe instead of the World, Shadow Work, Divine Wisdom, and Moonchild. So that's the 3 extra cards. That's really beautiful. And then we get into the Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands, oh, what's that? 6 of Wands, Queen of Cups. Okay, we've seen enough. King of Cups. That's it. Now we're gonna do some shuffling, and we're gonna just get to know this deck. And I haven't like saged, oh wow, okay. The bottom of the inside of the box says you are the dance of light and shadow. This is all just so beautiful. Like, this is so, it's clearly so sacred. There's so much thought and love and magic put into this deck. I can feel it. Also, this deck is huge. I don't know how I'm going to shuffle this, just because it's so thick. The stock is so thick. It's so nice. And I didn't actually mention this because I didn't actually realize this, but it seems like, yeah, the back of every card is like, I don't know if it's like embossed exactly. I think it is. It's like, it's definitely foil stamped and it feels embossed. Like, it feels like there's texture, but that might just be texture from the foil stamping. But these cards are just insanely gorgeous. That said, I'm gonna ask for 2 cards because this says you are the dance of light and shadow, and so I'm gonna ask for 1 card to speak to our light and 1 card to speak to our shadow, and just kind of for what this deck has to share with us today, and to kind of start off our journey together. And I love the truth chimes, the magic chimes joining in. And obviously this is not a serious shuffle. Also, I'm in Texas right now and I can feel that like the cards are a little bit sticky, and I don't know if that's a feature of the gold ink or if that's a feature of the weather or what, but okay, so for whatever reason, the cards that came up for us are the 6 of Pentacles and the Chariot. And I'm not sure which one is for our light and which one is for our shadow. And I feel like maybe they're both for both. So we're gonna read about what the book has to say about these 2 cards, and I will share that with you as I read. So what I did was I cut the deck in a place that felt good, and the 6 of Pentacles was on the bottom of the top half, and then the Chariot was on the top of the bottom half. I can't wait to look through this beautiful book. It's gorgeous. Okay, so this is the 2-page spread for the 6 of Pentacles, and it says, a mystic sits in meditation within the space of a sacred temple. Around her float 6 golden pentacles, keys of the abundance she has nurtured and achieved over the years. She knows that she has worked hard to get to this point, and shares her wisdom and blessings with those around her freely, knowing that life is cyclical and fate is ever-changing. And this brings me back to all of the discussions about the cosmic plumbing that we've had on Morning Ritual over the last couple months. And then it's got 4 keywords, and it says generosity, advancements, opportunity, and growth. And it's so light to me, and this is just a reminder to me that, you know, the give and the take is all part of the same flow, and the receiving and the giving and the creating and the destroying, it's all part of the same ebb and flow. It's all part of the same cosmic plumbing. And if you gotta give if you want to receive, and you gotta receive if you want to give. And I know, you know, we all have trouble with that in both directions often. Some of us in both of them in the same person even. I know I have trouble receiving sometimes, and also sometimes I have trouble giving when I ought to give. But this is a reminder that everything is cyclical, and that it all, you know, it all feeds each other. Inquiry. Am I ready to share as much as I am ready to receive? How can I open my heart and show gratitude? These are good questions. I really would like to sit and journal on these questions also. I rest within the cycles of karma. I value the love that others share with me. I like that. Okay, and then it says, the 6 of Pentacles illuminates a sacred balance that arises when our heart is aligned with compassion and generosity. This points to harmonious blessings that ensue from being of service to others, but can also indicate states of lack when you may need some kind of support as well. The soul of this key prompts us to think about how we give in relation to how much we receive, when ego and motive are excluded from reason. You recognize the value of your relationships and the mutual benefit of kindness and love. You don't take your bliss for granted. You have risen to the occasion and can now look back on the choices you have made that have led to your higher state of awareness. How will you move up from here? Opportunities, gifts, or rewards may be closer than you think. And then there's also a reversed meaning. I'm not going to read that. I'm going to leave that a secret for if you ever draw it reversed. And I'm going to move on to reading about the Chariot. I also wanted to say, like, I know I'm not showing you guys a whole lot of the cards here today, but you can find, like, almost all the card images on this deck online and on the Moonchild Tarot's Instagram. And there's, like, so many beautiful images of it all over the place. I feel like it's more important to me to be able to share with you how this deck reads and how kind of to use this deck. Also, I'm looking through this book, and there's this whole spread on working with the moon and tarot and the moon, and then it's got some phases of the moon and some information and more of that, and a tarot moon map, and I don't even know what all this stuff is, but it looks like really beautiful stuff that I want. And there's some general information about the suits and the court cards and the minors and the history of tarot and the goddess and a lunar history and an introduction, and this is just a really beautiful book. I'm excited to get into this deeper. Let's find that Chariot card. Here we are. Okay. Go away, mosquitoes. Also, like, how beautiful is my skin today? It's because I'm wearing all of my favorite new products that I just got in today. I'm super excited. This is my, like, I don't know if you can see this kind of purplish shine. It's this new diamond highlighter from Too Faced, and it's just the prettiest package. And maybe I will make a makeup video soon. Maybe I'll make another favorites video and actually do my makeup and show you guys these things. I kind of miss doing videos like that. I want to do more favorites videos soon. And October, like, what better time to do a witchy favorites video than October? Okay, anyhow, the Chariot. Poised in her own strength and gracious determination, a seeker rides a golden chariot throughout a desert landscape. Here, she mobilizes her thoughts into action, despite the unknown shape of her future destination. There is a level of trust in this journey as she follows her heart in navigating forward. Victory, willpower, movement, confidence, transition. Inquiry. What am I truly working towards? How can I mobilize my efforts to follow my bliss? So I can really see how this could be a shadow question or a shadow card, because when you really ask yourself, like, what are you truly working towards? It's a different question from what do you truly want? And maybe it's actually the same question, but it's like, you know, you can say what you want, but as far as anyone else can tell, what you really want is what you're actually working towards and what you're actually creating every single day with your words and your actions and your relationships and all of those things, and your attitude. And you know, if you're saying that you want one thing, but you're speaking and you're manifesting, you know, by the way that you speak and act into your reality something different from what you say you want, then you're not speaking truth, or you're not acting truth. One of these things is not like the other. And so it's important to check in and ask ourselves, like, what are the decisions that I'm making and the actions that I'm taking in my daily life creating for my present and my future, and for the people in my circle as well, the people in my sphere of influence and the people in my community. Good things to journal on too. And so what I'm saying, I guess, is that our shadow can sometimes tempt us to put ours towards purposes that are not our will or our dreams. But unless we use our will to fight those temptations and resist those temptations, and to do right, and to you know, follow our moonlit path, if you will. I don't know, that's how I like to think of it. Like, not necessarily literally moonlit, but you feel when you're doing the right thing, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's like things line up and it makes sense, and you're like, oh, this is why I'm here. This is what I was supposed to be doing, you know? And often we do things counter to that just to be doing something, I think. And Yeah, check what you're working towards. How can I mobilize my efforts to follow my bliss? This one also says astrological Cancer and Jupiter and gemstones citrine, peridot, and tiger's eye. Dude, citrine, peridot, and tiger's eye are like 3 of my favorite stones. There were no stones on the 6 of Pentacles. I wonder if maybe like the Pentacles suit has an associated stone or anything. I just didn't notice that on the spread, but it may just be that the minors don't have associations like that in this deck, but it looks like the majors do. And then the Chariot also says, the Chariot invites us on a powerful journey, offering us new reins to steer towards our future. This course can be filled with endless possibilities, uncharted paths, potential gains, and shiny opportunities along the way. But at the heart of this card, we are asked to discern the values by which we navigate the world. Are we driven by our notions of success, or are we exploring the depths of what really makes us happy and fulfilled? When you connect back to what your soul truly wants, the momentum of your progress may unlock new doorways, allowing you to forge ahead with confidence and purpose. This clarity is a sweet gift that many of us forget to relish and nurture. When it shows up in those shimmering bursts of motivation, don't forget to soak them in and follow their lead. I'm going to read the reversed one because I think this is the card that we pulled for our shadow. And we didn't pull it reversed, but I'm just going to read it anyway. It feels right. Are you remaining confident in your choices, or are you feeling unsure of which direction to take? Take some time to meditate on what truly matters and set your intentions clearly. In other words, go by your gut, your intuition, and what makes you feel good. Get clear on what you can and cannot control at this time, while being open to new changes and opportunities. Overall, I just want to say I feel like I really like this book and these cards. The quality of the paper goods in this product are just beyond. With the possible exception of this gold ink on the sides being like maybe not the best in humidity, in humid conditions, but like, I don't know, maybe just don't have your super nice gilded Indie Tarot cards out in humid conditions. But at the same time, like, I'm somebody who wants to take decks with me everywhere. But like, they're mostly fine. Like, they're not like, it's not like I'm like getting gold ink on me or anything. Like, they're sticking together. They're fine.
By the way, I do not mean that the cards are sticking to each other. I just mean that the cards are not falling apart in and of themselves. The cards come apart from each other just fine for shuffling purposes. It's just obviously really hard to shuffle the whole deck at once because it's such a big deck. But I haven't had any problem with individual cards sticking to each other, which is actually a problem with gold foil decks a lot of times.
I just feel just a little bit of tackiness or stickiness, and that's just, it's a little bit of a red flag to me. But other than that, like, the paper in this is beyond. The attention to detail is just really astounding and just gorgeous. I'm blown away, really. And again, like, I'm not over this. I'm not over any part of this box. This book is gorgeous as well. And the attention to detail in the writing is really nice. Like, I really appreciate how they take, like, there's like a poetic approach and also a less nonsense, no nonsense approach. I like how each card has questions to think about, like inquiry, like journal questions. Like, I really feel like this would be a great deck to use for like inward inquiry and journaling. Like, I feel like it's made to go. Like, each card has journal prompts, basically. They don't call it that, they just call it inquiry. But I'm really looking forward to working with this deck on like a very personal, spiritual basis with a journal side by side. And I'm also really looking forward to bringing this deck on Morning Ritual and using these inquiry questions as part of our weekly challenge. So I think that'll be really fun, and I'm looking forward to sharing this with you guys there. So exciting. It's so beautiful. Guys, so I pre-ordered this, and I know that for the longest time they were saying they weren't taking any more orders and the orders were closed, but I think that now, because they've finished shipping out the pre-orders, I think they are taking orders again, and I'm pretty sure you just go to moonchildtarot.com, themoonchildtarot.com. I'm getting so bit up by mosquitoes. I want to read, like, maybe just a little closing piece from this book. Oh, okay, so there's some spreads in the back, of course. Spiral spread, shadow spread, Isis spread, lunar spread. The lunar spread says it's got 6 cards, and the questions for each position in the spread are: how is my energy infused now? What is stirring within my soul? What am I now birthing? How is my shadow presenting itself? How am I projecting my energy? Where do I need more balance? I really like these questions. These are really insightful questions. These are really good. I feel like this is a great deck for beginners just because it would guide you through asking the right questions. And I feel like that's the thing that I see beginner tarot readers struggle with the most, is asking the right questions. Because there's so much temptation to ask questions like, will I get back together with my boyfriend? Or like, will he stop cheating on me? Or like, is he being honest with me? Or like, will I get this job? Or will my business take off? Or is my friend lying to me? Or like all sorts of questions that where really, like, even if you got the answer to that question, it doesn't help you out. It doesn't give you anything that you can do to change your situation for the better, to use your own agency and power in your situation to improve your situation. And I feel like that's the real power of tarot, is how can we really examine our lives and how we're behaving on our journeys in relationship to the results that we're getting, and how can we alter our behavior to be more appropriate to the results that we're trying to nurture and create in our lives and in the communities around us and in the world at large. And and I think that this book does a really good job of posing questions both in the spreads at the back and also like with each card, the questions that are included. Like the question for the sun is, how can I maintain this luminous mindset and magic? Am I ready to celebrate the beautiful path of my life? The questions for the moon are, how can I work with my shadow self? What are my deepest dreams and insights sharing? And the question for the star is, what next steps await my own spiritual growth? How can I bask in the light that surrounds me? I love these questions. I love these questions. I feel like they'll really make you think. And there's so much in the imagery here too. Like, I didn't really go into talking about what I see in these cards, but I feel like I could just look at them for hours, and I'll pick a few more for us to look at. Or we'll just go through a little bit before we lose the very last of this light. But I feel like it's a combination of photography and photo manipulation and collage, and it's just, the cards are so beautiful. They're so multi-layered. There's a lot of depth to them, and there's a lot of mysticism to them. Like, I feel like there's a lot to ponder here. And I'm really excited to ponder it, and I'm really excited to work more with this deck. So, thank you for sharing my first moments with this deck that I've been waiting for so long with me. It's always really, really wonderful to, pre-order somebody's creation or kickstart it or whatever the case may be, and to kind of watch it come to life, and then to be one of the first to see what you enabled to be manifested in the world. And so it's really exciting to see this gorgeous deck manifest in reality, and I'm so glad to have it as part of my collection, and I'm excited to work with it more alone and also with you guys. I will be offering professional readings with this deck as it's now in my repertoire, and I look forward to working with you guys. So visit me over at vervainandtheroses.com, or check out the links below to watch some more of my videos, and follow me on Instagram, or find me there for morning ritual every Sunday morning, full moon, new moon, and pagan holiday, for live card pulls and just fun magical chat and conversation. And sometimes there's music and tea and who knows what else. Oh yeah, and if you like this moon kimono, check out Madame Gypsy. The link is below, and if you want free shipping on anything from her boutique, just use the code Vervain and that'll get you all hooked up, which is awesome. I love this moon kimono. I've been wearing it like all the time, new moon, full moon, all the time, whenever. It's just like my favorite witch garb now. I feel witchy when I wear it. Who wouldn't? So, if you're looking to bring out your inner witch, check her out. I'm also wearing some beautiful pink CHAGA glow on my eyelids. I think you can see, and actually I think it's got like a really beautiful glow even on camera in this low light. So if you like CHAGA glow and natural eyeshadow, check out Sarah Holder and her products. I'll also link that below. All that said, I love you guys. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below if you're not already subscribed. Let me know what you thought in the comments and what you'd like to see from me next. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a wonderful, magical day.